hope you're going to build a business. Know it.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2%er Show, the real-time, real talk of the journey in business.
Bobby Ezra.
And this is Jay Javinin coming at you again from New Jersey. Just going to talk to you a little bit about social media and social media marketing.
Or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof, right, correct. Because, you know, for the last few years and probably the last decade, it has become the main way to actually market, especially for those of you that are bootstrapping to get your product or the word out there or your service or whatever it is that you're doing in business or your art, your music, you name it. It's like the cheapest and probably most effective way to get the word out there on what you want to do. However, there are a lot of people that do it wrong. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the one thing, like you were just saying, I think that it's undervalued?
Yeah, so social media right now is underpriced.
That's what it was.
When it comes to advertising dollars. You know, so number one, get on platforms. Certain platforms have the algorithm set up where your content can get out to more people quicker. And then others have like changed that to the point where you really can't get anything out unless you put money down.
Mm-hmm.
But still, when you put money into the advertising, it's still underpriced compared to other forms of advertising.
Like bulletin boards, TV,
Right.
commercials, audio, radio.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, today's talk, I don't think it's going to be that technical and like which social media platform, what you use, what's better. I don't think we should, we're not really going to talk about that today because the bottom line is I think that and what we're focused on and a lot of things that like we listen to Gary Vee a lot too is like just post content. Like a lot of us are always worried about like, is it the right content? Is the algorithm against me? Or, Facebook's algorithm it's done already. We can't crack that. You got to put a lot of money to get through. Or Instagram or TikTok, the newest one, and the algorithm's not there yet that you can post and get a lot of views because it's still brand new. The point is that it's irrelevant. Just post, just content. You'll figure that out later. There's going to be, obviously there's things with the algorithms and each social media platform is going to be evolving and changing. Yes, you got to be on top of that. But I think for most people, they use it as an excuse.
Yeah.
And they don't do anything consistently.
Correct.
Like it's not a daily thing or however you want to do it. You got to figure out, like a lot of people that we talk to, a lot of, people that we know, they're in their side hustles phase. They still have jobs.
Mm-hmm.
They're still building a brand, a business outside their job, so they have limited time. But they got to figure out in that limited time where it's a consistent, constant social media, content. Don't worry about what you're saying or how you're saying it. Get better. I'd rather you post 15 different things and learn as the comments come and people, tell you their opinions, good or bad.
Right.
Use it and continue.
And that's the other thing is a lot of people that use social media to market don't seem to ignore the fact that it's actually called social media.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be social in it, So like you were saying, once the comments come in, and you get feedback from your audience, you really do need to put in the time, invest the time to actually engage them. And that's the goal of it, at the end of the day, whether it's an organic post or a post that you have put money behind and you're seeing some comments. The biggest mistake I see is people don't even comment back, and this goes with big organizations, small ones, upcoming new people.
You know what I think it is? I think still, and it's learning because it hasn't been around a long time. It's still in infancy. It's still new.
Right.
Internet's still new.
Yeah,
comparable. It hasn't been around for 100 years.
And you still have the people that have been in advertising and marketing from the traditional sense, still running a lot of these companies, organizations, and
correct,
and still have the say on where to put the money. Like
exactly.
For example, I know of an organization in higher education that they were willing to put like $30,000 into a Monday Night Football commercial to show on the East Coast. Meanwhile, their demographics of the people that are going to go to their school is probably within one county of the state that they're advertising from, but they put $30,000 down for a great commercial. Now, if you take those $30,000 and use the same commercial and put it on all these different platforms that people when they go to bed, right, no longer read magazines, no longer read newspapers,
mm-hmm.
they're scrolling on their phones to see what everyone has done or what everyone's doing, or just want to be entertained, or maybe look something up, some kind of information before they go to bed. If you know people are doing that and they see the same commercial that you put, they would have put on TV on their actual phone, I think you get a better response, because now you may actually get people engaging back with you saying, hey, when does school start? When does enrollment begin? And so forth.
And they can answer you within seconds, right from their phone.
Exactly.
And they're in the demographic and they're in the area.
Correct, because you could control that, when it comes to social media. Obviously, you have more control on who gets to see it. You're not just throwing money out there hoping that people from that area are seeing it. You can boil it down to specific demographics, even psychographics. And for those of you that don't know what the difference is, demographics is just like the location, the people, the population, where they're located at, and so on. And and even by race, by ethnicity, by gender. And then your psychographics is how they think. You know what I mean? How they're actually, like, for example, you have subcultures in every single population. One population that comes to mind, like, say, are like homeschoolers for this type of school, right? Like they can target them directly, but you don't have the same message now as you would to the people that would have seen Monday Night Football. You know what I mean? You have to tailor make it, and you have that flexibility, and you're able to tweak things here and there with your advertising to reach them where they're at.
I love how Jay loves to sound smart, little master's boy over here.
Hey,
the psychographics. Let me break it down the Ezra way, because I'm trying to understand too. I get what you're saying. I know what psychographics is, because we learned that together. Let's look at it this way. Like the point you were just making, I think there's two sides to it. Social media and the internet, it's still new. Not baby, but it's still new to a lot of people. There's big corporations that still can't grasp how to use the internet for their companies. They're still trying to pull those same old advertising ways or same tricks they were doing before, and they have a lot of money to spend, and they're not getting on it. Some companies are. Now, when it comes to bootstrappers, people want to get their businesses, their side hustles. It's the same thing. Just take the money away. The basics is you still have to know your customer and what they want. Number one, I'll give you my example of how to explain what Jay was just saying. You're watching Netflix or you're watching Hulu, whatever. You're too cheap to pay for the full, let's say Hulu. I think Hulu, you have to pay for a subscription, or there's a free version. The free version has commercials. How many of you out there hate when that freaking 30-second to 1-minute commercial interrupts the show that you want to watch? You can't stand it. Just like when you're on your phone and you're watching a video on YouTube and it's a 30-second, 1-minute commercial. Now, do I agree that they should get paid? Whoever's posting them content, they're getting paid? Yes, I actually let it go through so they can get paid some money because I want to support them too. But you hate when that thing comes across because a lot of times that commercial is unrelated to you. Doesn't matter. You're watching that specific movie on that Netflix, whatever, Hulu, whatever it is, you don't want to be bothered. On social media, you're reading something, you're watching a video, and this thing pops up unrelated to you, you don't want to be bothered. The same thing that these big corporations are trying to use old tactics, I see it on social media where people new, marketers, MLMers, small businesses are using the same tactics and trying to sell up front. That I want people to get away with today is not which social media platform. You figure that out, use them all.
Yeah, just test them all. Around with them.
Why? Because they're out there. They're
new
not
one comes
expensive.
up,
they're free to put stuff up.
Yeah,
they're free to put stuff up. Don't worry about paying money right now. Just post content. Focus on you making your content keep going. But let me give you an example. Even on our social media content, we're posting something and we get a response. Now, we want to engage. We know you want to engage your client base, your customer base, your fan base. We want to create a actual following of people who are just like us. That's the main goal. Now, I could tell when I get a message and it pops up and we're posting, our first podcast is coming out, it's getting released on this day, and a message pops up, you can make 10,000 in Bitcoin. What the does that have to do with this podcast coming out or whatever? Not like, hello, 2%er, we love your stuff. Right. We hate your stuff. None of that stuff. You know what I get? I said, this is what I get. For never thought I would be earning this much weekly from Bitcoin investment. Things have actually changed since I started trading with, they put the name in their ad, investing 1,000 to get 10,135 from something never expected. What do you want me to do with that? Do you think I'm just going to jump onto your social media platform, believe you, and say, hey, how do I do this?
It's basically like, I don't know you. You just posted on me, but sure, it sounds pretty good. Like, who in the right mind is actually going to respond to that?
No, but I see this every day and in different areas.
And I've seen that one actually in particular, like, I think probably hundreds, if not thousands of times already.
That's an old tactic. You know what that's called? Throw it against the wall and see if it sticks.
Right.
Tactic,
Some
which
stick,
we've
some
been
don't.
told in the past to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the internet's so big. There's millions of people. You post this to 1 million people, there's going to be at least 1,000 suckers to do it. And if they all pay you 1,000, that's $10,000 you made. Funny how the number works out.
Yeah.
Right? It's $10,000 out of a $1,000 investment.
Yeah.
Right? That's not a business. That's not what you want. Stop doing that. If you're doing that right now, stop it.
Stop, please.
Please. And I know it's difficult. It's a mind shift. Because if you're new to the game, it doesn't matter if it's social media. It's the same thing people are doing on TV. It's the same thing they've been trying to do on radio. They're trying to sell up front.
They tried to do it in email, and that became spam email.
That became spam, exactly.
Yep.
Spam used to be a good thing to eat. Now spam is a thing you don't want on your computer.
Right.
Because someone's giving you information about something that's unrelated to you, or if it is, it's straight up asking to get sold. I want to sell you right now. We know it's tough. If you're building a business from ground up, you'll have little money and you have to make content. You have to make podcasts or audios or however you're doing it. It's going to take a long time. Patience.
Mm-hmm.
Be urgent every day. You make content every day. You work on your business every day, but you must be patient. If you want this to be a thing, a business that's going to outlive you and it's going to grow into something that's successful and sustainable, this is how you have to do it.
Right.
People are going to want to buy your product or be with your cause if they feel that it is a cause, it's a right thing for them.
Well, you've gained their trust.
Now, hold on right there. You've gained their trust. For what reason? So you can gain their trust and say, ha, I got you. Now I can sell you. I gained your trust. Wrong. Again, wrong. They'll smell you out. Gaining their trust means that you're showing them that you really are putting out a product or service that actually is about something, and they are trusting you because now they feel you're giving them something that they want.
Mm-hmm.
Information, education, or you're just entertaining them.
Right.
I like watching this video because it's entertaining to me. Okay, great. I give you an example. One more. I know you talk a lot, but today it's me.
Nah, it's all good.
I saw a post on Gary Vee
Mm-hmm.
that he's sending out because he has a text community. And he always sends out daily texts, positive messages to help you throughout your day. Loved them. Now he started something for his dad. I believe it's called Yummy Text, right? Where he was asking for those individuals only.
That's for the wine library.
For the wine library.
Okay.
What it basically, and they can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to remember. Basically, was for those people who like to have with their wine like cheeses and crackers and different things. This is a way that they could join this text community.
Mm-hmm. Right,
and they could buy these certain packages that can go along with wine. Like I didn't join the community because I don't drink wine, number one, and I wasn't interested in that. But I saw what he was doing. He was creating another way that his dad could sell things through a text community. I'm okay with that. Gary did the right thing in my opinion. He stated it. This is not for everyone. You only join this text community if you are interested in this products that you could purchase. He didn't say anything else. Nothing.
So that was specific. So basically that community that he was building through this text platform is specifically for sale.
From what I thought,
from
yes.
the community he built prior to that.
Correct. It's just something he was trying for his dad or whatever the case may be. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what he's really doing.
But he asked for people's permission.
Yes,
which,
number one.
Which, like, that brings to mind a marketer who's still around, Seth Godin, who wrote a book called Permission Marketing. This was going back, like, early 2000s. I didn't read that book till maybe, 5 years ago or so. It's still relevant till today, and everything he was saying back then still applies because, in reality, who likes to get interrupted while they're watching their favorite show or programming or video? Or who likes to get bothered by a solicited text? Like who would want to see a solicitation on like the comment like you just wrote, you know, like that you just said, like you post up a nice piece of content for your community, somebody just like jumps in there. It's almost like they just comment bomb, like a photo bomb.
Yeah.
They just jump in there and just
I
sell
could
straight
tell
up
they don't
front
care.
without any permission.